Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the FundedNext series. I didn't make a video yesterday because I had a bit of a tumultuous time. I had been feeling a little bit tilted, ended up taking 3 trades. My day obviously started with 2 losses as usual. I felt that I had rushed into these trades and they were not ready, and by the time I knew it, I was probably in a state where I felt like if I don't make some progress yesterday and today, then I would have to start taking some big risks, and I don't think you never want to be in that position, especially when you're trading. It was not healthy for me, so I probably shouldn't have done that. But saying that, I did have a bit of a epiphany and a revelation in regards to how my mindset should be when I'm trading, because it's clear that if I just stick to my bias and have a 1 to 2 risk to reward, I get what I deserve, basically. So this is the culmination of 1 trade taken today, which was the Nasdaq. It was the Nasdaq traded from this point to this point, and it was and the rest of the days were yesterday's trades. So these 3 were yesterday's and this one was today. So I'll just go through them and see what happened. So obviously yesterday we had obviously the 2 euros, the euro CAD, and the euro dollar, I think it was. Yep. So the euro CAD and the euro dollar. I'll just show you the trades on here. So this was the trade here. So if I scroll to the 15-minute, you can sort of see where my entry was. I was essentially looking at this market structure here, thinking that we wouldn't break to the high side after we had sort of started the day around about here and then moved lower. I was thinking that London would come in and then we would push to the downside. But what happened was obviously we had a fake out and then it just immediately reversed, eventually going lower on the day, but creating a high first, and then changing the move lower. So I was completely wrong on my bias, and as a result, I also entered another trade, which was the euro, where I was completely wrong on the bias as well, and paid for it. So on the euro, I had a little bit of a higher entry because I was thinking if the market comes all the way up here, I wanted to tag me in and then go again. It was looking for liquidity up at these highs, so it was one of those ones where I immediately got stopped out, and then the market tried to go in my favor. Then we had some news where it breached to the level again and then headed lower again. So that was that. And then obviously the final one was the Nasdaq trade. So this Nasdaq trade was done as a day trade in the evening sessions. So I had an opportunity to sort of trade in the afternoon sessions because I was like, you know what, let me put in one more day trade because I will know for sure that the market, well, I wouldn't know for sure, but it would be ideal because the market is slower than it is in the New York session, and normally you get price action that's a little bit cleaner, and that's what we got here. So in this instance here, I was just playing off of the fact that we had a big move higher and we were coming lower. I was anticipating the break of these lows. So my entry was somewhere around here. I had a very small stop and about a 1 to 2.5, barely even a 1 to 3. So I did have a little bit of heat, expecting the market to come and breach this high. But I thought to myself, if this high doesn't hold, then the market has made an early reversal, right? So that was the thesis. So the market did a 1 to 2. I was really like focusing on the fact that I needed to hold these trades to 1 to 2. I couldn't do what I did last time and cut it short at a 1 to 1 or fear that it wouldn't get to my target at a 1 to 2. So I really held on. And then of course today I had another opportunity to trade. I decided to trade the day session because there was nothing really going on the smaller time frames, and today I went a little bit against the trend. We had a huge move, and there was actually this fair value gap here got breached up on this level here, and I was expecting that we wouldn't see the low. We wouldn't see this low if we were bullish. This low would be respected. So I had my stop down here, and I said this is a good opportunity because the market is extremely oversold. We've had 1-2 legs lower, and I want to see maybe if we can come back and hit this level here. So I entered here with a stop being below there, and it hit a 1 to 2. So yeah, those were the trades today. I really just had to bear with me. I really just had to focus on the fact that I had to focus on the fact that I needed to hold my trades to a 1 to 2, which means I'm positive on the day despite being on a 50-50 winner. I also got a payout, so I started trading my other account again, which didn't have a payout. So I got a little bit of a payout on my FundedNext what's its face. So yeah, I got a $236 payout on my FundedNext account, totaling 328. But this is only a 10k account. It's quite a small account, and obviously immediately after I do that, I enter a trade that goes negative. But to be fair on me, the thesis for the trade was pretty good. We had another huge day lower, and in fairness, I was trading against the trend. So I'll just show you where it was. If I get rid of all these drawings, I had the entry set somewhere around here. So what we did first was we broke this high on the 15-minute. So I was looking at this level here, at this structure to hold. Now my problem was that I wasn't sat on my computer, so I would have liked to have had this low as the low for which I would have liked this low as the low of which, if my trade was wrong, it would be invalidated, something like this. However, I didn't manage to get that because I wasn't at my desk and my position size was just slightly too high. So what ended up happening is instead I moved on to the 3-minute. I think I must have entered on this breaker on the 3-minute, which granted is not the best entry, because breakers only work when the market moves really quick in your favor. So I had my stop down at this low, and the market initially was just moving sideways. I had my target somewhere around here. It faked me out, took out all of these participants. So in theory, my stop loss should have been somewhere around here, like at least a bridge to cover this move here and just be at least as close as we can to the low. But I wasn't able to do that, so I kept my risk at 1R, and I know that going forward, if I'm able to, I will still hit profitability if I keep it at 1 to 2 and 1 to 3. But the move did eventually happen. I just wasn't in it, which is a case in point with my trading. I always seem to have the right direction. I just don't capitalize enough on the positions that I'm in. One, for the stop losses being too tight, exiting out of the trade early. Sometimes I'm cutting my winners too short. A lot of things are happening where, it would increase my profitability so much more if I just sorted out these things. But this is the process of learning. You have to learn and go through these things if you want to sort of succeed. Going forward, the markets is opened again for the Asia session. I didn't really see many opportunities today. Silver just continued to go higher, but despite me looking at 15-minute point of entries today, roughly here, at this point here, I just wasn't able to find entries. Really and truly, the whole day it was nothing but fake outs and breakouts and fake outs and breakouts. So yeah, but you can see how clean the trend is on the New York PM session. I mean, if we look at the 3-minute, the New York PM session opened here and the market just moved straight up. So it's been doing that quite a lot. The New York PM session on here for silver was poor, but for obviously for the AM session, you just had a massive move up. It was easy pickings. This is lunch hour where it made the reversal. but again, you know, it's just been straight upwards for a period of time. So it looks like when the AM session pushes prices higher, you get high of the day towards lunch hour, and then people start, you know, taking profits, and then it moves back down lower. But yeah, that's the update. I don't really have anything else to share. I think I'm in one. I think I was in one Solana trade a couple of hours ago, but it was just a test. I was just trying to see what was happening. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I was in a Solana trade on the basis of advanced patterns. I'm trying to test out something that I saw quite recently, which is, you know, advanced patterns where price makes a complex pullback into a region, and then obviously you enter. So I nearly got stopped out here, but market obviously nearly took out my TP. So I'm just holding it. We'll see. This is just a demo trade, so there's always a bit of training going on. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Thanks very much. Bye.